Israel-Gaza Iran War News Live Update. Following their discussions on trade, Israel, and Ukraine, Biden and Macron will be speaking from Paris. Listen in on Saturday, June 8, when Emmanuel Macron and Joe Biden take the stage in Paris. In a state visit characterized by pomp and circumstance and discussions on trade, Israel, and Ukraine, the French president welcomed his American counterpart to the capital just after commemorating the 80th anniversary of D-Day. During the first part of their tour, the leaders gathered at the famous Arc de Triomphe for a ceremony. There, they paid their respects at the tomb of the unknown soldier, while a huge French flag fluttering in the wind carried them overhead. The presidents of France and the United States, along by their wives, welcomed veterans of the armed forces who had gathered with high-ranking officials from both nations. With mounted French soldiers at their sides, the heads of state rode along the famous Avenue de Champs-Élysées in the capital on their way to the presidential residence at the Élysée to have dinner and debate policy. Even though they had a tense history due to a submarine agreement with Australia, the two men are now quite close. During Mr. Macron's state visit to the White House in 2022, Mr. Biden graciously entertained him. If you're interested in politics, culture, sports, travel, or climate, you'll find a free newsletter that covers it all at The Independent. Just click this link to have all the stories you're interested in delivered straight to your inbox. The vehicle bomb in the Syrian city of Deir Ezzor killed 2 Iranian-aligned fighters on Saturday. An explosive device detonated inside an SUV near an Iranian cultural center, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, potentially exacerbating the existing war within the region. Small, medium, large scale. The Syrian Human Rights Observatory. Bombs detonated by a car believed to have belonged to Iranian-backed militias, according to a UK-based watchdog with deep connections within Syria. The bomb killed 2 and injured dozens more. Establishing a security cordon around the affected location after the explosion was a swift response from Syrian government forces and parties backed by Iran, highlighting the area's significance and Iran's long-standing influence in the region. Many Iranian and proxy soldiers and institutions call Deir Ezzor home because of its status as a Tehran bastion. Uncertainty surrounds the bombing's perpetrator, adding to the already volatile situation in a region plagued by regular attacks. Vehicle detonation this week. In a region where forces aligned with the Iranian regime were deployed, a strike in northern Syria near Aleppo was blamed on Israel and killed 12 people. Iranian diplomats in Damascus were among 6 officers and 2 senior Revolutionary Guard generals killed in a devastating bombing that leveled a building on April 1. Reportedly, these individuals were involved in plans to prepare assaults against Israel that would escalate. As a countermeasure, Iran attacked Israel on April 13 with a barrage of missiles and drones. Nevertheless, the attack was mostly successful in avoiding Israeli territory due to interceptions.